So guys, there's a couple different things that these three different online stores have in common. One of the first ones is the fact that they are selling products that they don't need to ship out themselves. A second thing is the fact that they are using these different email automation tools when it comes to collecting people's email addresses. And another thing is the fact that they have an email automation set up on the back end so that they don't even have to send out emails that are helping them drive sales every single day. This is something that a lot of people tend to overlook, and they don't understand how simple it can be when it comes to doing it as a complete beginner, as well as setting it up. And the reason why I know that this is true is because I've been doing it myself now for the past 8 years. Email marketing is one of the most powerful ways of being able to automate things on the back end. I've been doing it for various different online businesses, especially these different ones where you're able to sell physical products on the internet that are going to get shipped out automatically. Like for example, I recently set up an online store, and the email marketing software that I've used is Omnisend, and straight away we can see that I've been able to get over 2,100 different email subscribers. And from these different email subscribers that I was able to get, probably within a 2 to 3 week period, I was able to send out over 10,500 emails with a 33% open rate and a 2.8 click-through rate to the different products that I'm selling. And that's basically what I want to walk you through in today's video. I want to show you how you can set up this email automation business, so that you don't have to manually do things, and you're also going to be able to utilize AI in a number of different ways. This is going to be perfect for anyone that's looking to set up a side hustle. Maybe you're looking to set up an online business, but whatever the case is, I believe everyone that's looking to earn an extra source of income online should be aware of email marketing. And of course, there's no guarantees when it comes to business, so don't take this video as financial advice. My main goal is to give you guys the information and the education that I wish I had from the very beginning. But let's not waste any more time. Let me jump straight into one of the first things that I want to touch on, is basically how this entire process works. So just to kind of give you a general overview before I get into the steps, it's going to be a case of you, of course, having an online store with products ready for you to start selling. From there, what you need to do is have a lead magnet. From that point, what you're going to do is send people into an email automation. And then of course, from that point, you're going to be able to generate the sale. And there's going to be a couple different tools that you're going to use throughout this entire process. Omnisend is going to be used when it comes to the email automation, and I'm going to leave it in the description down below. You can create a free account. The next tool that you're going to use is going to be ChatGPT. This one's perfect when it comes to writing the emails, so you don't even have to manually do it. You're going to be able to write, a week's worth of emails, a month's worth of emails, even up to a year's worth of emails that could be copied and pasted directly into Omnisend. And if you don't already have a store set up, the tool that you're going to use when it comes to doing that is going to be this one over here. That's going to be able to build you a Shopify store for completely free. It's going to design it, and you're going to be able to get your dropshipping store ready literally within maybe 10 minutes or so. Now, you guys already know how this works. Super simple, straightforward, couple clicks, and you're going to be able to pick the type of store that you want. You're going to be able to set up the automations when it comes to the product fulfillment. And it's of course going to be hosted on Shopify, which is the key selling point because Shopify integrates well with Omnisend. And this is the store that I was able to set up using the AI store builder. Super simple pet store, as you can see. It looks clean, it's ready to go. Everything has been optimized properly. If I click on catalog, as you can see, there's all of these different products. And what I want to do in today's video is show you what I would do if this automatic pet feeder was the main product that I was looking to drive traffic to. Again, if you're following along with what I'm doing, Omnisend is what you need to sign up to once you've got your store up and running. You're just going to click on start now. It's free for you to sign up with. Once again, you're just going to go through the process of setting up your account, making sure that it's connected to your Shopify store. Shouldn't take more than 1 minute for you to do that. And once you've gone through the process of signing up to Omnisend, it's going to take you to a page that looks like this. So from this point, there's going to be a number of different things that you're going to need to do. But one of the initial things that you're going to need to do is, of course, make sure that you've got some sort of email capture form in place so that when someone lands on your website, they're going to automatically be prompted to enter their email. And of course, once they enter their email, that's when it's going to trigger the automatic emails to be sent. So when it comes to setting up an email pop-up, I'm just going to go over here to forms. And then what you can do is click on view other types of forms if you want to see various different templates. So these are the different options that they've got available when it comes to setting up an email pop-up. So I'm just going to select one that matches the brand that we've just built. So let's go with this one over here. Okay, so the colors of this one definitely matches the brand. You know, it looks simple, clean. And the good thing about OmniSend as well is that I'm going to be able to customize things. You know, I don't really want an ice cream on here because it doesn't relate to the pet store that we built. So what I'm going to do is just click on either replace or remove. But first, what I need to do is get a image that relates to the brand that we're building. So what I'm going to do is go over to Pexels, which is a copyright free website that anyone can use, and I'm just going to search for pets. Let's just type this one in. Okay, so there's all of these different images that are available for us to use, but let me pick one that looks general and, you know, it's still going to grab someone's attention. So let's go with this one over here. Okay, so that's now been downloaded. So I'm just going to go back over to OmniSend and click on replace, and I'm just going to upload the image. Okay, so that's now been updated. So what I want to do now is just change this text. I'm going to say, do you want 10% off your first order? You know, this is the perfect, simple, easy lead magnet. You know, there's some other ones that you can do. You can build an ebook. Maybe there's tools out there that you can, you know, use when it comes to building an ebook. That's also a great one as well. You can, you know, link the ebook onto this pop-up and someone can download it, and then from there you can now promote the products in your store within the ebook. And of course, now you've got their email, so you can promote the products that you're selling through the emails as well. But if you're looking for a simple setup when it comes to doing this, you could just offer 10% off. This is the main thing that I've been doing with my online stores anyway, because most people are going to see that they can get 10% off because it's going to pop up as soon as they land on your site, and it's going to incentivize them to spend money because they're going to save money. So you can just keep it simple, put 10% off, 15%, whatever you want, and, you know, just take away this text. This doesn't need to be there. And yeah, everything else looks decent. I'm just gonna change this text to yes, I want 10% off. And I'm sure that you guys can see already how powerful this is. Now, another good thing about OmniSend is that you're gonna be able to have all these settings on the right hand side. If you wanted to, you know, show it at a certain point on a specific device, if you want to target a specific audience, and if you also wanted to have multiple different pop-ups so that you can do A/B testing, it can get really advanced when it comes to the features that are available when it comes to doing this. But my main aim is to keep it simplistic, show you how you can set things up so that you can do it straight after this video and not get too overwhelmed. Because even something as basic as this is going to be good enough. You don't need to stress too much as a beginner when it comes to all of these advanced settings. But yeah, for the most part, that's basically what I'm going to do. And from here, I'm just going to click on enable form. Okay, so that's now been enabled. And just to kind of give you insight into how it's going to look, if I just go over to my actual site, I'm going to go back to the home page. So let's just click on home, and I'm going to scroll down, and straight away, as you can see, the pop-up has now appeared. So it's going to be from this point where you can now go back over to OmniSend and start setting up your email automation with the help of ChatGPT. So I'm just going to click on automation, go over here to explore all workflows, and whether you want to set up an automation when it comes to a welcome email series, maybe abandoned cart, if you want to request a review, you know, there's all of these different options that are available within OmniSend. But the one that I'm going to go with is going to be a welcome email, of course. So I'm just going to click on customize workflow, and basically from this point, you're just going to make sure that the trigger has been set to when someone subscribes to marketing. So you can leave it as it is, because when someone does enter their email, they're going to be automatically entered into this workflow. From there, you can wait 1 minute and instantly send them the first email, which is going to be that 10% discount. So to edit the email, all you need to do is just come over here to the right hand side and click on edit content. So this is going to be the initial email that's going to be sent out. If you wanted to update any of the text, you can do that. You know, for now, I'm going to leave it as it is. You know, this is where they're going to be able to see the discount code. And the good thing about using OmniSend is that they're going to automatically generate a discount code as soon as a brand new email is sent. So if you wanted to update the values, you know, change it to 15%, if you wanted it to apply to a specific type of order, you know, there's so much flexibility once again. So if I just click on preview, this is what the initial email is going to look like. And when it comes to the ChatGPT side of things, what I'm going to do is just go back over to the actual workflow. You're going to see within the workflow that it's only going to be this one welcome email that's going to be sent. Now, if you want to automatically send emails, every so often, you're going to be able to do that by adding a delay. And let's say if you wanted to send another email a day later, you could just change this to 1 day, click on update, and what you're going to do is drag another email down here. And I do need to let you know that OmniSend does have its own AI features. If you wanted it to write a subject line, you could just describe what type of email you're looking to send. Same thing for the pre-header. But if you wanted to go over to ChatGPT, this is going to be the prompt that you're going to use when it comes to automatically writing out 10 different emails. So you're just going to come over to ChatGPT and use this prompt. You can pause the screen right now so that you can get a better look. But from here, what I'm going to do is just update everything. I'm just going to say that I've got a pet store and I'm focused on promoting the automatic pet feeder. So I'm just going to do that and ask it for 10 different emails. How often should they be sent? And then click on enter. Let's see what it comes back with. Okay, so there we go. It's now coming back with, each email 1, it's currently writing out email 2. It's going to do, everything. And it's also going to give me how often I should send it. So I'm going to show you everything once it's been completed. Okay, guys, so here's the entire schedule for the 10 different email automations that I was able to get from ChatGPT. Of course, it's giving me the timings, the purpose of the email, the content outline, and it's also letting me know what the email is going to consist of. So of course, it's giving me the welcome email already. We've already done that. The next email that we're working on is 1 day later, which is going to be problem awareness. And each of the different emails that we're going to be able to use are going to be here. So I'm just going to show you what I'll do when it comes to copying and pasting the first email. So I'm just going to come over here, get the subject line. I'm just going to copy it just like this. Then come back over to OmniSend. I'm going to paste it in there just like that. For the pre-header, I'm going to just paste the same thing, use OmniSend's AI tool when it comes to rephrasing it. So I'm just going to do that, select this one, and that's now been updated. The sender's name, I'm just going to put the name of the business that we are running, which is Pet Supermarket. Again, guys, this is just an example. From there, what I'm going to do is click on edit content. And basically what I now need to do is come over to the left-hand side and I'm going to get the element. So I'm going to click on add element. I'm going to put the text in there. What you can now do is get the body of the text from ChatGPT. I'm going to copy it like that, paste it in there just like this. I'm going to use OmniSend AI rephrase tool. So I'm going to rephrase it so that it's not exactly the same. And literally all I need to do from this point is just update the size, make it look a little bit more appealing. So I'm just going to do it just like that. And from there, I'm just going to come over to products and I'm going to add a link to the product that we're going to be promoting. So I'm just going to drop it in there like that. I'm going to change it to one product because that's the main one that we're going to be promoting. And I'm just going to update it to the product listing within our store. So I'm just going to pick a product from the store, which is going to be the smart feeder. So I'm just going to select it just like this. I'm also going to say that I don't want it to show the description. So I'm just going to delete the description because we don't need that. And yeah, just like that, I've now got the first email within this email sequence. So if I want to view what it looks like, I'm going to be able to preview it. So once the email has been sent, the person's going to get all the information they need. They're also going to get a direct link to the product as well, so that when they click into the link, it's going to take them directly to the product page. And that's something that you need to repeat. You just need to go over to ChatGPT, get the email, copy, paste it into OmniSend, use OmniSend's AI tool when it comes to rephrasing it, and just make sure that you've got a link to the product in each email. You don't have to put it in every single email, but if you're able to put it in every other email, this is what is going to allow you to, get awareness to your products and hopefully start generating sales. But for the most part, those are the main things that goes into being able to build an automated online business. There's certain ways that you can now automate the process when it comes to shipping out your orders so that you don't have to do it yourself. There's also ways that you can automate the traffic that goes onto the store as well. I'm going to explain a little bit more about how you can get that information towards the end of this video, but don't forget, if you want to check out OmniSend, I'm going to leave a free link to them in the description down below, as well as the free link to the AI store builder. Now, if you've enjoyed this video so far, you've learned anything from it, you got any sort of value from it as well, don't forget to press the like button. I really appreciate that. Don't forget to subscribe as well, hit the bell notification so that YouTube can let you know once a new video has been released. And don't forget, if you're able to be consistent when it comes to driving traffic to your store that ultimately turns into email subscribers, and you've got your email automation set up in place, this is going to be the recipe for success when it comes to hopefully generating sales every single day. And if you wanted to watch that video that I made not too long ago where I break down the steps that you can take when it comes to automating the traffic side of things, you're going to be able to watch it by clicking the link right there. That's helped out so many people. Realistically, I should have charged for it, but I'm giving it to you guys for free, so be sure to watch that straight after this. So hopefully I catch you in that video, but as always, make sure you stay safe out there. Peace.